Hey guys, so today's video is a really exciting one. I'm gonna be sharing my Makeup Geek highlighting palette with you guys. I'm gonna give you details, everything about the palette that launches today as you are watching this. This video is pre-recorded, but as you're watching this right now, I mean, if you are watching it when I post it, it is now available. I will have the link down below. I just wanted to quickly start off with that, just in case you guys don't follow me on any social media and you're wondering about the launch date. It is now. Today I'm going to be sharing it with you guys and we're going to chat about it. So for those who don't know, Makeup Geek Marlena, if you follow Marlena on YouTube, she has her own brand called Makeup Geek, which I'm sure all of you guys know. But Makeup Geek asked me to collab with them on a highlighter palette and it is finally here and I'm so excited to share it with you today. Today when I'm filming this, it is Saturday on the 13th, but you won't be watching this till August 17th. And I'm pre-recording this video because I'm leaving to LA, so I'm pre-recording a couple of videos. So unfortunately, I have a couple of missing pieces in this video. I have the palette with me, but it's completely blank on the back. The regular palette, like once it goes for sale, it will have the names on the back of the palette. But unfortunately, mine doesn't, and it wasn't gonna get here in time before I left. So this is what we're working with. Also, I don't have the box to show you guys, which I'm so sad about because the box is so cute. I will put up a picture here if I can, even though I don't have like an actual picture of the box. Maybe I can go back in my text messages and see if I can pull up something. But the outside box is so cute and like foiled and so pretty. I love it. But I really wanted to get this video up today because today is when it launches. But don't worry, because once I get the box and once I get the palette with the things on the back, I will share them with you guys, whether it's on social media or here on YouTube. But you can definitely keep up with me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. That's mainly where I post all the information about my collabs and my launches. So I'm sorry that this video isn't 100% planned professionally, but it's me, so. And also, there was a couple of questions I got that I wanted to answer in this video before you guys placed an order, so that you guys knew the information before you purchased it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, Marlena asked me to create a highlighter palette. I was so excited because I had no idea she was even coming out with highlights. And she's coming out with a ton of different shades, not only just this palette. She's coming out with like a ton of singles. So this is what the palette looks like. It's really, really thin, really sleek, so easy to travel with. I really like the packaging. It's not bulky and it has like the magnetic closure. Really similar to the Manny palette. If you guys purchased Manny's eyeshadow palette in collaboration with Makeup Geek, it's similar packaging. This is the packaging that she really likes to do, her company, and I totally agree with it. I love it. I love this Art Deco pattern. Makeup Geek is very like modern with like an Art Deco twist, and I had so much fun in the photo shoot. They did like a whole old like Victorian kind of photo shoot with me, and it was kind of nerve-wracking because I really don't like photo shoots at all. They're so scary, but it was so much fun, and I just really love the people behind Makeup Geek. I think they're a really great company because of the people that they are. I have been watching Marlena on YouTube since she was filming on her webcam. I was in high school and Marlena was one of the first beauty vloggers I watched. Like, I think she was the first. I'm pretty sure like I googled a naked palette makeup tutorial. She popped up and then I subscribed to her. And it's almost unbelievable to see me working with her. Life is weird, man. Life is weird. I'm drinking kombucha. Kombucha. Have you guys ever tried this? Supposedly really, really great for you. A little strong though, a little strong. Okay, so enough of my yapping, I'm sorry. So this is what the palette looks on the inside, and it just comes with 3 highlights. These pans are very, very big. Let me show you a comparison. So this is what I would say a typical highlight looks like MAC. I don't know, I feel like they're usually this size, and this is a comparison to the size. So they're pretty big highlights. They're around the same size as this, only they're square. And you get a lot of product in this. Not exactly sure what the grams are or what, but I think Marlena went into detail in her video, or is gonna go into detail in her video since I'm pre-recording this. I don't know when her video will go up. These are the colors I came up with. I had a lot of questions about the formula though. Since Marlena has never launched a highlight, I got so many questions of what to expect of the formula. And I got so many people thinking I created the formula, and I just wanted to clear that for a second. I helped create the colors. I didn't help create the formula. This is Marlena's formula 100%, and if you are curious, so you have a reference, it's based off of her foiled shadow formula. I didn't create the formula. That would have been cool, but that's like a whole other ball game. That's like my own makeup line, maybe someday. So these are the 3 colors I came up with. This one is kind of like a soft gold, not a white gold or anything. It's very much a gold, but it's not like a yellow gold. It's a really nice soft gold. This is a pinky pearly champagne finish, but definitely with a pink undertone. And then this one is more of a bronze gold. I got so many questions about these colors, why I chose these colors, and I really take my subscribers and what they say into consideration. I've been doing YouTube since 2013, and I always hear my subscribers that have a deeper skin tone say that they can never find highlights that work for them. Everything always looks too ashy. Like, I always get that from subscribers with a deep skin tone. So I knew that I wanted to create a color that was good for deep skin tones, and that's why I created this one. I got so many people like, oh my gosh, that color's too dark, why would you create a color like that? But light skin is not the only skin color in the world, you know? Just because I have light, fair skin doesn't mean that I'm only going to create a color that's gonna work for me. Now, I know that a lot of you guys looked at this, and those of you with like porcelain skin tones were like, oh, those colors are too dark, I would never wear that. And I understand. These two colors work perfectly fine on my skin tone. They're not too dark. And there's actually a friend of mine who works for Makeup Geek who uses the pink color all the time, and she is very, very fair. And she says she loves it, that it looks great on her, it doesn't look too dark. So this one could be very versatile. If you pack it on a lot, then yeah, you can kind of see a strong pink undertone. But just dusting this on the tops of the cheekbones, you get more of a shine, more of like a reflective look than you do pink. And then this gold one at the top is just like a beautiful soft gold color. I think it would work for a lot of different skin tones because it's pretty much gold, and I feel like gold highlights look so good on so many people. And another thing a lot of people were concerned about is that they were surprised there wasn't like a white shade in the palette, because you guys know my favorite colors to highlight with on my face are like the pearl white shades. But when I was creating this palette, I literally asked everyone in my life, and I asked so many people, like, what's your favorite color to highlight with? And no one told me like a pearly white. Everyone was like gold, gold, champagne, gold, gold. It was always gold. So I didn't want to be selfish and create like a white pearly shade that no one was gonna like. And then I knew for a fact that I wanted a pink. I love pinky highlights. Maybe that part of me was a little selfish. I don't know if everyone loves the pinky tone highlights, but I love them. Oh my god, I haven't even told you the names of them. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a backstory. I know that this video is long, but I just want it to be like a nice chatty video, and I will have annotations down below if you want to see specific things in the video. So originally when I came up with the colors and the idea of this palette a while back, the name of the palette was actually going to be called Light of the Party or something along those lines, and then Tarte released something that had almost the exact same name, and I was like, dang it, I had to change the name. So now it's just like the KathleenLights highlighter palette, which I actually like now. I feel like it's more personal, and I had completely different names for these highlights. And then once we changed the name of the palette, I thought it would be really cool to end the names of the colors in light. I know that's really cheesy and really corny, but as my friend Iris would say, I like corny. That's from the movie The Holiday. I realize probably nobody would have gotten that, but that's from The Holiday. So I know the naming is really corny, but I thought it was a fun play on words because I am KathleenLights and this is a highlighter palette. So I thought it was cute, and this gold one is named Nightlight, this pink one is called Starlight, and this bronzy gold one is called Sunlight. And I got a couple of people asking me if I copied the name Starlight from the Lorac highlight, and to be honest, I already mentioned this on Snapchat, but I wasn't even thinking of the Lorac highlights when I was naming these. I didn't copy the name Starlight. It's just what I thought of when I saw this little pinky color. I have 3 different highlights from 3 different brands named Moonstone. Like, it happens, guys. And another thing quickly before I show you guys swatches and what it looks like, there was a lot of people concerned about the price. This retails for $39. And I hear you guys, like, trust me, I am a YouTuber before I am anything else. I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, I hear you. I understand that this is a pricey highlight palette. When there are other highlight palettes out on the market right now that are around the same price and you get more of them, I completely understand where you're coming from. Like, I am a makeup buyer as well. Like, I'm just like you guys, buying things online and just being addicted to makeup. Before I was a YouTuber, I was somebody who watched YouTubers. For those of you who don't want to purchase it, I completely understand. This is the only price it could be, and she went into detail in her video as to why it is that price, but this is what it is, and I'm sorry you guys are disappointed in that. I love you guys no matter what, you know that. So let me show you guys swatches of the palette. I'm gonna swatch them on my hand, and then I'm gonna apply like a couple of them to my face. This first one is called Nightlight, like I said, and it's just a really pretty soft gold. These, I will say, swatch a little bit darker and a little bit more intense on the skin than they do on the face. You know how some highlights you just gotta see it on the skin, like on your face, to get the real oomph. These highlights are like that because they look dark when you swatch them, like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be too dark for me, but when you apply them to the tops of your cheekbones, you get more of a pearly, reflective finish. But Nightlight is just a really beautiful, soft gold, and it really looks nice when your face hits the light. Like, you can see the nice beaming gold. So pretty, but so soft at the same time. I would say that Nightlight is the most wearable. Even if you don't like gold, it's not a super intense gold color. And then this one in the middle is called Starlight. Probably my favorite one. Swatched on the hand, it looks super pink. I was really worried that it was gonna be too pink, but on the cheeks, it's exactly how I pictured it. I would really recommend you going in with a light hand with Starlight because it is intense. But the great thing about these highlights is that they're very, very buildable. You can do like one layer and it looks very suitable for daytime, but if you put on like 2 or 3 layers of this, you get a really intense highlight. And then the last shade, which is Sunlight, is such a pretty bronzy color. This one is too dark for my skin tone, no matter how light of a hand I use. And one of my friends from Makeup Geek told me that they tried it on women in the office that have like a deep skin tone and that it looks really beautiful. And I also love to use this one as an eyeshadow. This is what I have all over my lid today. It looks really dark, but only because I applied a really dark brown eyeshadow base underneath. It was like a matte chocolate color, and then I went over top of it with the bronze shade, so that's why it looks kind of like a dark bronzy color, but I love using this one as an eyeshadow. So these are the 3 colors, and I'm going to show you really quickly what they look like on the tops of the cheekbones, because in the pans they do look pretty dark. I'm going to show you Starlight here in the middle. I'm going to use the Wayne Goss number 14 brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust this on the tops of my cheekbones. Whenever I want like just a soft highlight with this color, I will use a brush like this that's bigger and fluffier, and it just looks like so subtle. Subtle? Did I say subtle? But now I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques setting brush and just apply a little more. So this is what the pinky one looks like. You can see it's not such a strong pink undertone. And then just so you can see this one a little bit on top, this is my favorite way to wear these highlights, honestly. Every time I use this palette, I never go in with one individually. I always mix the first 2, and that's how I go in with my highlight. So I'm just gonna add Nightlight on top of Starlight. And then I'm gonna take some of Nightlight on my nose and on my nose again. So this is what both of those highlights look like layered on top of each other. I will say, because I got a lot of questions, and I know it's difficult for you guys to make your decision because you've never tried a Makeup Geek highlight before, but this is, like I said earlier, based on her foiled formula. So it's a very foiled finish once you like layer the colors on. At nighttime, like in photos, it's like bing. But I will say, this is the type of highlight, if you are someone who suffers from really bad texture on your face or on your skin, you will see it underneath this highlight. I mean, I know that highlights emphasize the skin because it's a highlight, so all highlights pretty much emphasize. Just be weary of that. So I definitely wanted to mention that. So I think that's pretty much it. I covered the price, the formula, the colors, and oh, I will say this is limited edition. I can't believe I forgot to say that. This is limited edition. It's not like other things in the past that kind of linger there for a while. No, once these are sold out, they are sold out. There is enough if you want it, so don't worry about that, but it is limited edition, like seriously. So just keep that in mind. But I think I covered everything. Thank you guys so much for making my dreams a reality, for being my best friends, my support system. Without you guys, I'd be nowhere, not only success-wise, but like I feel in my soul. Like, I know that sounds dramatic, but you guys are my peeps. You guys get me. You guys are so sweet and so amazing. I have really nice subscribers, and you guys are always helping each other in the comments, and I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything you've given me. I hope that my channel has helped you in any way or has brought laughter to your life or just comfort to your life. I hope that my channel has given you something because you guys have given me so much. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy this palette that launched today. Since I am right now in LA when you're watching this, I'm not home. I'm gonna take my laptop with me, so I will link the website when the palette goes live. I have no idea what time it's gonna go live, but once you're watching this, it's already live. So I'm gonna try my best to be on point with that while I'm in my hotel room. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everything. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.